Alright, so Kasely Palmer is out for 10 weeks due to a knee injury. And would Whisper be in the starting lineup based on his previous performance? Alright, we're back with another installment, and in this installment, we're going to talk about those two topics. And Kasely Palmer play a very vital role in the Jamaica squad, based on his performance since the starting of this World Cup campaign, and he's basically out for 10 weeks. You and based on his absence against Curacao match, that goes to prove that either the Jamaica lineup need to be changed after key players are out, or they literally just need to find players to basically replace him in the squad, because he's one of the key players. And for him to be out for almost 3 months, Jamaica squad is definitely gonna be under a lot of pressure. As I said before, just from the Curacao performance without the key players, the squad suffered and lost a tool of. But we're gonna jump into the report and basically give an update on what they are saying. Alright, so according to All Daily Mail, the 28-year-old returned from international duty late last week with a medical collateral ligament injury, which may sideline him until the new year. So Palmer started and played most of Jamaica following victory over Bermuda at the National Stadium in Kingston last Tuesday. He had missed the previous game against Curacao, which the Reggae Boys lost 2-0 due to a card suspension. His absence will be a blow to the Reggae Boys' World Cup qualifier hopes, with 2 games remaining in the final qualification round. So away to Trinidad and Tobago at home against Curacao in November. So Jamaica is sit at the top of Group B on 9 points, with Curacao in second on 8 points and Trinidad on 5 points. As I said before, he played a very key role in the squad, and based on the Curacao match, you can see that alright, Jamaica needed him and would definitely have to find a replacement for those last 2 games. You get me, I say? And I honestly think probably Bobby Reid have to step up, because as you can see, Bobby Reid have been playing in different position each match. Either is in the middle or is in center dead mid. But we're gonna see where the coach are coming, because when it comes to replacing um the star players, the coach basically not doing a good job. And there's a lot of players on the Jamaica squad, and I honestly think for him to make a replacement pick, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but it's going to be competitive, because you have a lot of players on the bench, and you have to be choosing from those players and see how they perform well in that position. But I think probably Bobby Reid can play in that position for now, because he had been playing in those positions in recent times. But since Kasely Palmer has found that form, he has been the starting lineup. Alright, so Dujon Richard. So most people are saying Dujon Richard would be a part of the starting lineup based on his recent performance. And I honestly think he should be, because he has been performing good. Basically in terms of attacking, taking shots, scoring, he's that person. Moving into good attacking space, I think he's that person. But we're gonna jump in the report and see what the report basically says. So Dujon Richard performance in Jamaica Reggae Boys recent games. Head coach Steve McLaren says the Chelsea FC wingers are likely to feature in a prominently in the technical staff long-term plans. So Richards, who turned 20 last week, made a much anticipated return to the national senior team for the final round CONCACAF club qualifier after a 2-year absence. He also missed a year of club football with Chelsea youth team after undergoing surgery back in 2024 to repair the damage to his anterior cruciate ligament. So Richards was literally left out of Steve McLaren's 26-man squad to face Curacao and Bermuda, but was called in as a replacement for winger Demar Gray, who picked up an injury before the boys' trip to Curacao. So Richards' late arrival meant he missed the team final training session before the Curacao game on October the 10th, but he delivered a brilliant performance in the 82nd minute substitute during the 0-3 2 defeat. He, however, trained twice with the team at a Bermuda game on October the 14th and impressed the coach staff. Those training performances manifest during the 4-love win over Bermuda at the National Stadium, where he ignited the home support with an exhibition of notified footwork, incisive passing, and wheelie off the ball movements. Richard topped off the display with a brilliant solo goal in the 76th minute to seal the victory. McLaren said he had always intended to include Richard in the setup once the right opportunity arose. He followed him for a year, and we visited Chelsea in the summer where they gave us a real in-depth analysis of where Whisper was, and he was just coming back from injury. The coach said he responded to the observer. So they were monitoring him, controlling his minutes. So we followed him, and he was getting 45 minutes, and he was getting 50 minutes, and Chelsea were kind of managing him. For a year now, I've wanted to pick Whisper in the squad, and when we did, at the beginning, he wasn't playing. He's been playing under 21 football for Chelsea, so he still had a lot to do. We got him in now. We threw him on for 30 minutes, and you could see the quality he had. 2 days training we've had with him has just emphasized even more what a player he can be. The Jamaica Premier League title winning coach Londolo Bernard, who previously guided 2 of Richard's former youth teams, Harborview FC and Kingston College, says the gifted player has officially warranted a spot in the national team going forward. So Whisper is one of the most promising and talented local players that we have. It was always a pleasure to see him in back on the pitch. It's very good that he has able to be the score sheet, very good that he was able to be an impact in the game and very impactful in a team that seemed to be lacking in identity. Unlikely, his peers, Richard has been yet to play first team football at the club level, with all of his appearances coming from Chelsea under 21 team in the Premier League 2 competition, during which he scored twice in 6 appearances this season. However, Bernard believes that lack of first team action shouldn't prevent him from being included in the Reggae Boy squad. This boy has talent, he demonstrated it previously in the opportunities that he has given. Class is class and class is permanent. Playing under 21 football is not an excuse because if the player is good, the player is good, he said. While admitting no player's spot in the squad is safe, McLaren says it's a strong possibility that Richard will return for their decisive qualifier fixtures against Trinidad and Tobago and Curacao in November. So there's a long way to go, but I think in the 2 cameo performance, he's really impressive. I think he's taken that up a level. As I said, we have worked with him for 2 days. We've seen him in 2 30-minute sessions, and there's certainly some talent there. Bernard believes Richard would be crucial in the Jamaica World Cup qualifying attempt once he remains in the right physical and mental shape. The best thing now for him to do is remain humble and remain focused on what he's been asked to do. Be careful of his teammates, be respectful of his opponents, and don't be afraid to express himself while he's on the pitch, because I'm sure the other players will be giving him all support with the talent base that he has. He said he can certainly contribute in a very significant and meaningful way, and probably his contribution will go far away in the assisting Jamaica in qualifier for the next World Cup. The Reggae Boys are to take on host Trinidad and Tobago on November 13th before entertaining Curacao at the National Stadium on November 18th. So Jamaica are in the prime position to seal the automatic qualifiers to the FIFA World Cup as they lead Group B on 9 points, 1 ahead of second place Curacao and 4 ahead of third place Trinidad and Tobago. You get me? So we're basically leading the table, and we're hoping that it can stay that way.